So I see all your faces. Hey, look, we're live.
Hi.
Oh, it's so much better than the other option.
Oh, Rhonda, ever the witty one.
I'm alive.
Well, welcome, everyone. We are at volume 130.
Good evening, everyone.
Unbelievable.
Welcome to the Playground Experiment Virtual Volume 130. My name is Mike Lesser. I am the artistic director, and you are in our virtual home. Give it up for all of our artists. Before we begin our evening, as we've been doing, we would like to do a land acknowledgement. We in New York would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in the traditional land of the Lenape people, and we pay our respect to their elders, both past and present. We currently have people all over the country in this room, and they would like to show where they are in. So if they want to hold up where they're from, we would like to acknowledge. Wait, I have to get to both pages. I want to make sure everybody. And thank you all for being here. Welcome to Virtual
Very nice.
130, the Playground Experiments flagship program, where 6 writers are going to bring in 15 minutes of work in process. It's not perfect. We always say this is their messy work. It's the work that they need to hear. And what better way of hearing it than with a brilliant, amazing actor. And we have a ton of them in the room. We have them. So give it up for our PGE actors. For those of you that are out in YouTube land that are watching us, we have the amazing Robin L. Dimension, who is our moderator tonight on YouTube. She will be chatting with you. Let her know that you're there. Feel free to say hi. And one of the cool things about this lovely forum that we have is if you want to laugh or cry or tell us how awesome Matthew Menendez's hair is, you can do it in the chat. So feel free to do that at any time. Throughout the evening, we also have the amazing, the incomparable writer, actor extraordinaire, David Michael Kirby, as our host, who will be bringing us in and out of events. That being said, and tonight our stage directions readers, Catherine Overfelt and Tamara Tucker, with additional support by Melissa Roth. So tonight I'm going to ask our actors to disappear and leave just our writers and David Michael Kirby in the room. Look at them. See, they're very good. They can hit the get out of the room button, right, Jason?
Jason! Get out of the room. Jason!
He's playing a game. Hide your camera, sir. Oh. Give it up for all of these beautiful writers. Some actors. Give it up for these beautiful writers tonight. Wait, are we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, wait. Oh, and Kieran Anthony is on had some internet issues. He will be here shortly. So there is that. I'm going to disappear because it's time for David Michael Kirby to take over the reins of. Oh, there's Kieran. He might pop in. David Michael Kirby is going to take over the reins. I'm going to disappear.
Great.
Bye.
See you, Mike. Hi, everyone. We're delighted to have you here. First up this evening, we've got the lovely Laurel Lockhart presenting. So I'd like to ask the rest of the writers to vanish at this time. And Laurel, let's have your actors come up. And if you'd like to introduce your piece, I see it's called The Invitation, and your actors, and tell us a little bit about it. We'd love to hear.
Okay, this is, the play is The Invitation. This is scene 2. Scene 1 was read a few months ago, and this is a play about friendship. These are 2 lifelong friends who are being separated due to circumstances of work, and they constantly meet in this local cafe for coffee. That's their meeting place. That's their sort of refuge. And we're at scene 2. It's a Saturday morning. And Jackie is doing Carol. And Rhonda is playing Dee. And Catherine is doing our stage directions. So.
The Invitation by Laurel Lockhart. Place, neighborhood coffee shop. Characters, Carol, executive at a tech company, 50s. Dee, former editor at Small Publishing 60s. Scene 2, Saturday morning around 11 a.m. Carol sits at a table with a cup of coffee and her cell phone. Dee comes in with a cup of coffee and a large tote bag.
Thought we agreed no cell phones.
Good morning, sunshine.
Well, not until I finish this cup of coffee and start my second cup.
That bad?
Oh, would you be very upset if we canceled today's shopping?
Cancel?
I had a terrible night. This is just no sleep, and
I didn't.
I
I
just
know this
can't-
was going to happen.
it's just that
It's
every
just that what,
time.
Dee? What? Someone broke into the lobby of your building and rang the intercom bell all night. The light bulb you paid $9 for last Tuesday burned out and you were in the dark. No, the downstairs neighbor's cat had a kidney attack and she needed someone to go to the all-night midnight vet and you were the only one available.
That's not fair.
I know it's not fair. I hate myself for being an ill-tempered friend, especially this early in the day. But I am a friend and I'm being honest. So now you be honest with me.
It's Sarah.
Oh, I thought that was all under control.
Oh, it is. Well, it was. I mean, I guess it's not. But
Don't tell me. I don't want to hear it.
Sarah is so talented. She has such
Oh, here
potential.
we go again. Is there no stopping you? You're going to tell me another story about your sister, Sarah, and I'm going to listen. Then I'm going to say, this is the last time I want to hear a story about poor Sarah. But it isn't going to be the last time, is it? It will never be the last time where Sarah is concerned.
Sarah and Eddie are doing fine.
Fine. Except for last night. They weren't all right last night.
Well, Eddie wanted coffee. They were out of milk. You know, he can't drink it black. It irritates his stomach. And so Sarah ran out to the deli to get the milk. And then when she
Eddie
got
decided
back,
that
they
he
were.
didn't really want coffee. He wanted scotch. And he just happened to have a bottle of scotch tucked away under the kitchen sink. Sarah never wanted coffee in the first place. So when she got back from the deli, she saw Eddie having a scotch and joined him. They drank for a while, and all of a sudden, they started to argue about who left the light on in the hallway or who used the last clean towel, and wham.
The argument got out of hand. They started throwing things.
And the neighbors called the cops.
Sarah fell or tripped, or there was broken glass on the floor. And
He called you.
yeah, she's not seriously hurt. Thank God. A few minor cuts. Oh, but there was a lot of blood. And they kept her in the hospital overnight.
And
And I'm taking some things to her. She's got to go straight to rehab. She cannot go back to that apartment.
Eddie?
He's at the apartment. The landlord was there this morning with an eviction notice.
This will never end.
She is my only sister.
And you can't fix her. How many counselors? How many rehabs is it going to take to convince you? You can't fix her.
I am not giving up on her.
For over 2 years, you went with her to AA meetings 3-4 times a week. You'd go to the meeting, take her home, and as soon as you left, she'd have a little gel up her nerves to help her fall asleep.
It's Eddie. If she could just leave him, she'd be
It's,
so
you
much-
know, am I wasting my breath? Okay. Forget shopping for the knockout dress for Myra's book signing party tonight. Take your sister her clothes and do what you can to help her. I will meet you tomorrow.
Well, no, you take the invitation and you give Myra my regrets. You tell her how much I wanted to be there, but a family
No,
emergency.
No, you don't. I will be at the front door of the University Athletic Club at 6:30 tomorrow night waiting for you.
I can't. I'm not good at pretending cheerful. I don't want to spoil Myra's celebration.
I will wait for you at the door.
Take the
I am
invitation.
not
They
going
won't
in
let you
without
in
you.
without it.
I'm not going
How
in without
can
you.
How can I
This
What-
is Myra's big night. She's expecting you. She wants to celebrate, and she's looking forward to celebrating her success with her teacher, her mentor, and her friend.
Sarah needs me.
Myra needs you. Oh, oh
Oh, don't go.
no. See, if I stay any longer, I'm going to say something I'll regret.
Look, I called Nick. The cabin is available. I told him you were moving to Colorado and that we wanted to come up for one long last weekend before you go.
You didn't make a reservation.
Oh, no, of course not. I wouldn't do that without confirming with you.
Escaping to the cabin for a long weekend is not going to solve anything.
I know, but I thought that we
See,
could.
I wish there was something I could do or say.
Sis, I need a friend.
I am your friend. But right now, I am overwhelmed with everything that's going on. I'm about to take a huge risk. Giving up my life here, moving across the country. I'm headed to the unknown. And I admit it. I'm scared. This company could come out on top or it could fall flat. I stand to lose everything if it doesn't work out.
Oh, you have got a winning product. You know that. You can't fail.
I appreciate your support. I need your support. I'm excited about the company. I think the timing is right for the programs I've developed. I'm in a better position now than I'd ever hoped to be. But who knows? Who knows how long it'll take to make it happen, or if I have the energy or the stamina to make it happen.
Oh, Carol, you've got more pep than half the 20-year-olds around.
Being realistic.coms are for the very young. We all know that.
That's true.
Well, I happen to develop these online methods at the right time. And with my classroom experience and my art background, I have the right combination of skills to make the connection. Many companies would have taken my ideas and ran. Joseph and Nancy didn't. They're a family company and they took me into the family. I owe them a lot.
Oh, you're the one who developed the programs. You're the one with the ideas.
Joseph and Nancy have plenty of ideas, believe me.
I am happy for you. Really, I am. I only wish you weren't moving.
The odds of my getting an opportunity like this at my age, I don't have a choice. I have to take the chance.
Of course you do. I support you. I said I'd be at the hospital before noon, and I
Go. Now, University Athletic Club, 6:30 tomorrow night. Don't keep me waiting.
I'm not sure that I'll
6:30. Don't be a minute late. You'll want to hear every boring speech that the publishers make.
Thanks, Carol. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Go on. Go.
I'm going.
End of scene.
Wow. Laurel, come back. That was such great work. Loved the chemistry between you two. You could tell that they were old friends, and there's so much going on. I haven't seen scene one, so I'm really curious to know what the setup was before all this became. But I sense a real history between those two, and terrific job. You're muted, Laurel.
Nice job, Jackie and Rhonda. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was terrific.
Thank you. I'm having some problems with my computer, so sometimes I can't stop the video.
Okay.
If it comes back on, can you stop it from?
I absolutely will do that. And a mic's on it too, I'm sure.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me know.
Okay, thanks.
All right, second up this evening, our sophomore presentation tonight is Goodbye Little George with Fernando Vieira. Fernando, if you want to come on and introduce everyone.
Hi, everyone. May I please have my cast? Hi. So we're gonna be doing Goodbye Little George, which I wrote this year. A little bit about the story. Little George is a 13-year-old teenager struggling with gender identity in the year 1966 in the small town of Indiantown, Florida. He lives with his father, a pastor, his stepmother, Barbara, who does not like Little George, and his nanny, Juanita, the only person who shows him any sympathy. And we're gonna show you two different scenes, scene 3 and scene 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great. Do you want to introduce your cast or have them introduce themselves?
Could I have them, could you introduce yourself, please? You can start with George, yeah.
Hello, my name is Anthony Arias Jr., and I will be playing Little George, and I am from San Antonio, Texas.
Hi, Joy Lynn Jacobs. I'm going to be doing Juanita. I'm in Bergenfield, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Bryn Packard. I'll be playing Pastor. I'm in Harlem.
I'm Maria Elaine O'Brien. I'll be playing Barbara, and I'm in Brooklyn.
Great. I remember seeing a scene from this before. I'm really looking forward to this.
And I don't want to stop mentioning, we have Tamara also, who's going to be doing stage direction. Very pleased to have her as well. All right, thank you very much.
Take it away.
Scene 3, Indiantown, Florida, 1966. Little George is in his bedroom. He begins to put on his high-heeled boots.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing where you shouldn't be playing, and you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found me a brand new box of matches.
You're going mad. I could hear that radio from outside. Did you forget what your father said?
So what?
So you like it when he hits you? Is that what you're looking for?
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care?
It means I don't care.
Well, I care. And you better give me those boots now. We already spoke about that. You need to be more careful, George. You know that Barbara's watching you all the time. Don't give her any reason to talk.
She'll be sorry.
What do you mean?
I'll get even with her.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I thought of something evil today.
What?
Maybe I shouldn't tell you. I know you'll get mad at me.
Then take it out of your head.
Do you remember how that Mexican lady died?
What Mexican lady?
The one that worked in the pharmacy. Her name was Rosario. She came here once.
Oh, yes. Poor woman. She poisoned herself by accident, right?
That's right. I think it just got mixed in her food or something.
That's what the paper said. God bless her soul. What about it?
Suppose that Barbara was poisoned by accident too.
My Lord, what's wrong with you?
It was just a thought.
It's a horrible thought.
I wouldn't mind at all if it came true.
Don't you know it's wrong to wish death on someone? It's a sin.
Everything is a sin. Even listening to music is a sin.
Why are you talking like this?
Because I hate her.
Oh, that's no reason to kill nobody.
I didn't say I was going to do it. I just thought about it.
You think that's funny?
It's just a joke. I'm not gonna do it.
That wasn't a joke. Oh, your mother would be so sad to hear you talking like this.
Fine. Fine, I won't say it again. I knew I shouldn't have told you.
Oh, you used to have such a good heart when you were little, but you're changing. You're becoming just like Barbara.
Don't. Don't compare me to her.
Well, that's how you're acting. It's not nice.
She's not nice to me neither. Neither is my father. I hate him too.
I don't want to hear you anymore.
It's the truth. He believes everything that she says, and he always punishes me.
I don't want you to hate your father. He looks out for you.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't care about me.
Oh, that's not true.
Stop defending him. He makes my life so difficult.
Sweetie, I know it's not easy, but it won't be like this forever, you know? You just have to be patient.
I want to be patient. I just want time to go by fast.
Oh, you'll see one day. Time goes by faster than you think.
Blackout. End of scene. Scene 8. Early spring of 1966. Little George is in his living room reading a book. Juanita is sitting next to him. Barbara enters the house.
Is my husband around?
He's in his room.
Would you go and get him, please? I heard about the party at the Wellingtons' house.
Okay.
Was it fun?
It was okay.
But it got a little out of hand.
Who told you about the party?
Nothing can be kept a secret for long in Indian Town, especially bad things.
I don't care.
We'll see if you don't care.
How's your son doing?
Why do you ask?
Just asking.
He's great, actually. I spoke with him today.
That's a lie. That's not what I heard.
I don't care about what you heard, and don't try to change the subject. It won't work.
But I heard that he's in deep trouble.
That's none of your business.
You're not afraid?
Of what?
I don't know. That the police might find out where he's hiding. He's in Pensacola, isn't he?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. I heard you on the phone. Nothing can be kept a secret for long in Indian Town, especially the bad things.
Leave my son alone.
You leave me alone first.
You don't scare me, boy.
Suppose someone calls the police.
You're gonna be sorry.
The pastor enters. There is a momentary silence.
How was the meeting?
It was okay. We're working on the children's fundraiser. There's a lot of work ahead.
What's the matter? You look upset.
I don't even know how to start.
What do you mean?
I have something to tell you.
Is it about Brian?
This is not about Brian. This is about you.
But the police is after him. Oh, you didn't tell my father? Daddy, did you know?
That's not what I was going to tell you.
Is that true?
Is what true?
About your son?
Yes, but it's not what it seems. I'll explain it to you later. Now I must tell you something about George.
Don't listen to her father.
Oh, he'll listen.
Just say it.
Well, everything was going fine at the meeting, but of course, after the meal, everyone gathers and talks. You know how that is. That's when that old crow, Millicent Preston, approached me. She went on about some party that was thrown at the Wellingtons' house a few weeks ago while they went to Bermuda. We were away that weekend too, when we attended the retreat with the ministry, remember?
Get to the point.
Well, your son also attended the party.
Juanita enters, but remains standing discreetly in the background. Little George stares at his father, whose eyes meet his.
You did?
Yes.
What did I tell you about that?
Everybody from my class was invited. I was just there for a little while. I came back early. I swear I did.
He did, sir. I made sure he was back by 10.
Stay out of this.
That's not all. Apparently, there was some argument going on, which turned out into a big fight. That's why your son had that bruise on his face the other day. Tell your father what the fight was about.
It wasn't anything important.
What was it about?
I don't know.
It seems it had to do with the rumor going on at school.
What rumor?
I'm too embarrassed to say it.
Say it, goddammit. If you already opened your mouth, you might as well tell the whole story.
There is this big gossip around it. Looks like everybody thinks your son is in love with his music teacher, Mr. Scott.
That's not true.
Oh, are you sure about that? What about the love letter?
I didn't write him that letter. Somebody else did. They just did it to bother me.
Someone saw you writing the letter.
It wasn't for him.
So you're admitting that you wrote it?
No.
Well, do you know what else I found out? People saw you riding around town with Mr. Scott in his convertible. Where did he take you?
Come over here, George. Come closer. Is it true about the ride?
That day I went downtown. I had to do some research at the library, and then I grabbed a bite at Duke's, and then that's when I saw Mr. Scott. He asked me if I needed a ride, and I accepted it, and then.
Then what?
Then he just drove me around. I've never been in a convertible before, so we rode around, and then he brought me home, and that's all.
Why do people think you're in love with him?
I don't know.
Did you tell anybody about it?
Oh, I didn't.
What about the letter?
I just drew a heart on my notebook, but it wasn't for anybody.
I don't believe you.
Please believe me.
I can't believe that we are having this conversation about my own son.
Are you gonna hit me?
What are you, George?
What do you mean?
Are you a boy or a girl? Answer me!
The pastor grabs him by his hair.
Please don't hit him, sir.
Go away, Juanita. I asked you a question. Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm a boy.
Say it like you mean it.
I'm a boy.
You still don't mean it. You were born A man. You're my son. When your mother had you, you were born a boy. God gave me a son, and that's always what I'm gonna have. A man never likes another man unless he's queer. Is that what you are? Answer me.
The pastor lets go of his hair.
No.
I'm tired of hearing people whisper about you, about the way you behave in public, about the way you walk or how you move your hands. I don't want to see you dancing again. I forbid you to dance. I'm sick of it. I'm going to straighten you out or I'm going to throw you out. Is that clear?
Yes, Father.
Now, who is that son of a bitch? I'm going to have him kicked out of school. I'm going to speak to the principal.
He didn't do anything wrong.
The pastor looks at little George as if he's about to say something, but he contains himself and leaves. Barbara follows him. Juanita approaches little George and embraces him.
I'm so sorry.
It's my fault.
No. No, it's not.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Let's go to your room.
She's gonna pay for this. I promise you. Just remember that.
Blackout. End of scene.
Wow. I hardly know how to follow that up. Fernando, congratulations. That was amazingly powerful. I'm following the chat here on the Zoom as well as the chat on YouTube, and you've made quite an impact, and your cast was sensational.
They were wonderful, really. I'm so proud of them, and thank you so much for that.
Yeah, it can't be easy to write either. So thank you for pouring that story out and sharing it with us. Really beautiful work.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we have, who do we have? Eric Mead. Yet the Sea is Not Full. Is that correct, Eric?
That is correct. That is the title.
Great. Let's bring up all your cast here with us. You can introduce them and tell us a little bit about what we're going to see tonight. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. This is the third installment at PGE. It's this one act in one scene, but we're at now page 28-ish, I think. So just to give you some context, Elliot, who's played by Jonathan Fry Wong, is a 22-year-old college student who is visiting his mother, Hyuna, played by Karen Lee, in New Hampshire. He's about to depart for his senior year. He has an injury that we're about to learn a little bit about, and his mother has invited a faith healer who Elliot has never met before. The faith healer's name is Thelma. This is played by Charlene Hartman. And they've just met, and we're getting into the midst of their conversation, and stage directions are read by Catherine Overfelt. And take it away, Charlene.
I understand that something has happened to your knee.
It's my foot, actually. Calcaneal fracture.
And that's related to the ankle?
Oh, no. Actually, it's the fancy word for your heel bone. Don't get me wrong. My ankle's fucked, too. Yeah, so it's a type of 4 calcaneal fracture, which is a bad one. It classifies involving 3 or more fracture lines. In my case, 4 or 5. I forget, intersect. Very clinical term might be gravelated. And I did have reconstructive surgery, and I spent about 3 months in a wheelchair. Graduated to a pair of crutches, and then about half a year later, I discovered I could walk, and well, kind of with a cane. So I've been doing that. I can't run, and I can't jump, and it's unclear whether or not I will be able to walk normally again. But the physical therapists are optimistic, and the surgeons are rather pessimistic. I think it's just a function of their jobs, but I've made good progress since then. That was 2 years ago.
What happened?
I took bad acid and jumped out the second-story window at a fraternity. I dove out of it head first. It was closed, so I dove through glass, and I got pretty badly cut up, but somehow I managed to land on my feet, and I broke one of them. And then the cops showed up and they cut off all of my clothes because that's what you do for some reason. They thought that perhaps I had broken my neck and I was acting like a lunatic because of the drugs. And I didn't really understand what was happening to me. So there was a likely risk that I would injure myself. So they strapped me to a gurney and they strapped down my legs at the shin and they strapped my arms down by my wrists and my biceps, and my head was also locked down so I couldn't move my neck. And I was screaming and fighting against the restraints, and I was naked and covered in blood from glass. My fingers were pretty much all cut up and bloody, leaving me kind of cold and wet. And the restraints were they were very tough nylon. And they were biting into my arms as I tried to free myself, and I was bleeding from that too. I still have scars, actually. It's kind of gnarly. And they put me in the ambulance. They injected me with so many barbiturates that I stopped breathing. And so then they had to intubate me. And as soon as I arrived in the ER, they put me into the ICU. And it wasn't clear whether I was going to make it through the night, or so I was told. They didn't really know what happened to me or how bad things were. They were just waiting to see if I came to the next morning. And so I did. And it was a Sunday. And I woke up with my head in a vice and a tube down my throat. And then they scanned my body. And it turned out that I had only broken my foot. Very badly broken. But considering the whole, I was very, 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 very lucky. And that's why I don't do LSD anymore.
Fortunate.
What?
You said lucky. You weren't lucky. We say fortunate.
Yeah, sure, yeah. But hey, at least I know it's all my fault.
No, it isn't.
It kind of is, though.
But it isn't. It really isn't. It is your fault, yes, when we go astray. But the consequences that are heaped on our backs brings joy to the devils of Satan. It's not all your fault. But you did learn your lesson. I can see that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, Jesus wants you to be healed. Do you know that, Elliot? Jesus loves you. Your mother loves you. I love you. And you don't have to be in pain. Jesus doesn't want you to suffer. No, Jesus wants us to have wonderful, rich, happy lives. He wants the best for us. Think about this. Jesus wants to make you rich. Jesus wants you to be rich. Just the other week, I gave my car to a friend of mine who was having financial troubles and needed the car to get to work, because that's what Jesus wants. It's a token of his love. Jesus wants you to be rich, and he is ready and willing to pour riches onto our laps if only we open up ourselves and accept it. Jesus wants you to be a millionaire. What do you think about that?
I thought Jesus said that it was easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven.
Silence. From off stage, we hear a single strike upon a Diobango drum, followed by a short silence, and then a quick clap of wooden blocks. Hyuna, Elliot, and Thelma are frozen for a moment, and then Thelma begins speaking, all of them not acknowledging the sound.
Would you like to be able to walk again without any pain, Elliot?
Yes, I would.
Would you like to be able to run again and jump and ski?
Yes.
Would you like to be able to enter your adult life free from this burden that Satan has cast upon you?
Yes.
Would you be willing to pray with me today, right now, and ask for Jesus' healing?
Yes.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Great. Great. That's the most important part. He must want to be healed. He must be willing for us to pray together. Good. Good. So I asked you this question before, and you didn't really answer me, Elliot. Are you filled with the love for the Holy Spirit?
What does it feel like to be filled with the Holy Spirit?
When we walk through life alone, we walk through life unhappy. We're lonely. We don't know what to do, where to go. Life throws us hurdle after hurdle. We find ourselves climbing a steadily increasing uphill slope, and our lives are without meaning. But when we walk with Jesus, we're never alone. And when you walk in the light of the Lord, and when we connect with Jesus on a personal level, we let him into our hearts. And he forgives us of our sinful nature. And he reminds us that he knows everything about us, all our flaws, misgivings, and weaknesses. And he reminds us that he died for us so that we may be forgiven. And when you let his love into your heart, you accept the Holy Spirit, and the feeling is indescribable, Elliot. Fear melts away, pain melts away, and you'll always feel loved and accepted. And you'll walk knowing that you walk with God. Do you pray much?
I admit that I've been somewhat slack with my prayer. Certainly, there's room for me bringing more of myself to it, and more often. In times of crisis, though, I have always turned to prayer.
The shortest prayer?
Lord, save me.
Yes, very good. It is a crucial prayer. I have repeated those words to myself, but it is the shortest of prayers. My personal favorite maritime prayer is that of Jonah. When my life was fainting away, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer came to you into your holy temple. That's Jonah, chapter 2, verse 7. I have to be honest with you, Elliot. I can tell that you're a good person, and you may be a Christian, but I do not sense that you are truly filled with the Holy Spirit. But we can make that happen right now, if you'll permit it.
Sure. Yeah, how do we do that?
It's simple. All we have to do is to give all of your pain, all of your trauma, your bad thoughts, all of it to Jesus Christ, and let his love and forgiveness fill you.
Okay. How do we do that?
Well, we have to get everything. So we should start from the beginning.
The beginning.
Yes, what's the earliest memory that you have when you felt hurt?
The earliest memory.
Yes, the first bad thought you remember.
I'm not sure I can remember that far back. I mean, there's a lot.
I have all day.
I'm not sure if I do.
Again, 2 offstage strikes of the drum, followed by a single clap of the wooden blocks. They all pause for the sound, but don't seem to register it. Rather, they absorb it.
You can start from the first thing you remember, and then we'll keep going from there. Here, Elliot, let us know, and let Jesus know your first bad memory, and we'll put it on the cross together.
I guess the first time was when I was 5, and I remember being on the couch with my mom, and my dad was out, and she was reading the Bible to me, the book of Revelation, and I remember her reading, and the devil deceived them, was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and she shall be tormented forever, day and night, forever and ever. I remember crying because I knew that my dad didn't believe in God and that he would go to hell and be tortured forever. And I remember feeling such anger at the injustice of it all. Why couldn't my dad just believe in God and not go to hell? Why did hell have to exist in the first place? And what kind of world is this? And those were tough feelings for a 5-year-old to deal with. And I think I've always had this inner resentment for my mother, which she doesn't deserve, because it was according to her beliefs that my father would burn in hell unless he would simply accept the love of Jesus Christ, which he had no interest in. And I understood in that moment that this was why my family was unhappy, why I didn't have the kind of parents that most people did, the kind of parents who kiss each other when they come home, the kind of parents who just sit and watch TV.
Dear Lord Jesus, in the holy name we pray to you. Hear our prayer and forgive our son for the sins. Take his sins from him and nail them upon the holy cross. In your name we pray. Very good. I know it's not easy, Elliot, but that was very good. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Great. Great. Let's move on to the next one.
The next bad memory?
Yes, we need to get through everything up until today.
No, I think that's going to take a long time.
I have all day.
I think it's going to take a lot longer than a day. I think it's going to take more than a couple days. I honestly think that I could really benefit from a few years with a really good psychotherapist. I'm sorry, but we really don't have the time. And to be honest, I do feel filled with the Holy Spirit. I do feel like I have a personal relationship with Jesus, and I'm not sure I need to do this.
All right. I understand. Why don't we start praying over your knee and see what happens?
Foot.
Your foot, yes.
Okay.
Is this the place?
It's a little lower, around the heel.
Jesus Christ Almighty, in your name we pray. Alleluia, alleluia, glory, 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 glory. Ala Shabbat again, Adia Shetiam, Alleluia. How do you feel?
I feel okay.
End scene.
Wow. Great work, everyone. Eric, you should be really proud. Your cast was terrific.
Thank you. Yes, they were.
I can't wait to see where this is going to go. I remember seeing the earlier work, and have you finished the whole thing, or are you still writing this as we go?
I've put an ending on it, and the farther we get into the piece, the more I want to work on. But there's the whole thing there.
So you've got the arc in your head.
Yes.
Great. No, great work. I can't wait to see more. Congratulations, everyone. Well, we've reached the halftime. It's time for our little dance break. So let's bring everybody on, please. Here we are. And my music isn't working. Here we go. All right, Mike, where are you, buddy?
Give it up. Woohoo! Give it up for all of our actors from and writers for the first half. Oh my God, so intense that first half was. Oh my Lord.
I need a drink.
Well, yeah. Good, amazing work, everybody. First half, guys. You guys are brilliant artists. A couple of announcements from upcoming stuff that's going on, some exciting things that are going on. On Saturday, we had our Faces of America Monologue Festival #2. So congratulations to all of our artists that participated. Amazing. The other thing, it was a fundraiser, so we did raise some money for 50% of everything we raised at that event went to Black Lives Matter. We still can raise more money, so if you want to send some money to us tonight at the Venmo, the PGE at the Venmo, feel free to do that. The other thing that we have, which is now available on Amazon, you can get the Faces of America Monologue Festival book #2 on Amazon. $2 from every book will go to Black Lives Matter. And the cool thing is we have our beautiful actors on the back as well. So it's not just the poor writers, but all of our actors get their faces on there too. And of course, you can get the first monologue volume as well. So that's exciting. Other things that are coming up, just an announcements on December 7th. I know you're like, December, Mike? How dare you talk about December? December 7th is our Conversations Between Artists #34. Every other month, we do a conversation between artists. The last one of the year is always Talk to the PGE. So it is all about where we're going and what questions you have to us. So you can sign up to come and talk to us for that. And also, if you have any specific questions you want to ask the PGE or how we're going, you can do that as well. So that's on our website, and that's on December 7th. Again, huge applause. I know we have more actors than this. Some people are being
where's everybody?
Everybody's being camera shy. All these beautiful, there they are. I know you were like, I forgot. I thought just Mike's talking, so we don't have to see our beautiful faces. I don't want you. It's not about me. So other things that are coming up, that's pretty much it. The other thing is, if we know this is Thanksgiving time, and we're all, as I said, just check on people, do what you need to. But if you are having a challenging time these times financially, the PGE does have the PGE Home Fund, which is a grant for artists that up to $500 in a calendar year. Feel free to check out our website for that, because we want to make sure that you can continue to do your art and don't have to sacrifice art for like rent and that sort of stuff. So that being said, I'm going to give it back to David. He has a couple of announcements as well, and then we're going to start Act 2. Oh wait, hold up, I forgot to check in on Robin. Robin.
Hey, we are doing amazing out here. We've got a big amount of people. Taylor Hill Mitchell, Elaine Gaelic, Pin Productions, Aaron Jin, Bara Swan, Rebecca Hoodwin, Nilsa Reina, Christy Reynosa, Deborah Pinto, Chris DePiro, and Fernando was there. Yeah, everybody, congratulations. Great job. We are rock and rolling out here
Love all you
in
guys out
YouTube
there.
land.
We need to get her, like, she has like that voice, like she's showing us a weather map. And now we have
I'm working on it.
all coming out on the YouTube land. Again, I'm now going to despair. I'm going to give it back to David. He has one more announcement, and then we're going to start Act 2.
Well, Mike, thank you. You talked about us continuing to do the work and make the work during these difficult times. And one of the things the PGE does twice a week, once during the day and once in the evening, is what they call play dates. It's an hour we set aside. We just dial into a Zoom, and you can use that time however you wish. If you want to be creative and write, great. If you have emails you need to catch up on and you want to join some folks while you do that, great. We're here for you. So the next one is tomorrow at noon so Tuesday at noon. I don't think the one's happening on Thursday though, right? Yeah, no, this Thanksgiving is definitely not holiday, but it's usually Thursday evenings at 7. So you can go to the playgroundexperiment.com and look at the calendar and sign up and register and join us. I mean, we have people make shopping lists as we all sit there, but it's just nice to check in and see faces, see what everybody's working on and how we're all doing. All right, with that said, I think we're ready for the second half of the evening. And coming up first tonight, let's bring up Kirsten Hopkins and all of her cast for
honeybees.
Hi, David Michael Kirby.
Hi, Kirsten Hopkins. I'm so excited to see what you're going to present tonight.
Oh, I'm glad. I am too. It looks like I have all my actors here, so I'm going to do my spiel. Yeah. So let's see. There's so much.
Tell us the buzz.
Yeah. Thanks, honey. Okay. We're here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what do you all need to know before going into this? First of all, this was first developed from a Drop and Give Me 10, which is an event that PGE does 4 times a year as a fundraiser. But it's also just fun when actors or writers get assigned actors and then are given some prompts. And so I'm so blessed to have the original actors still continue on with me, and also to have like picked up some amazing actors along the way. So my actors are amazing. Worker is played by Michelle Persoff. The Queen is played by Jenny Green. Messenger is played by Justin P. Lopez. Drone 106 is played by Oli Corchado. And tonight, Melissa Roth is doing our stage directions, and she's playing 3 different roles. Okay, so here's where I gotta like try to like sum up what's happened so far. So the Queen, we've seen is like a really daffy personality. She's larger than life. She, her only job is to have lots and lots of sex and to lay lots of eggs. Worker, played by Michelle Persoff, is, she's basically taken on like every job of the hive. Like she's really the one who's like getting things done. And I apologize for my confusing names because all of her sisters are named Worker something like Worker and then a number after them. So like Michelle is technically Worker 42, and then like you'll see Melissa play some characters named Worker 94 and Worker 46. And I apologize for the confusion. It's just the way my brain works, and I'm gonna try to fix those character names. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. The same with the drones, with the male bees, who traditionally the male bees job is, and the male bees don't have stingers in real life. Like they can't defend themselves like female bees can, which comes into play in this scene. And the drone's job is just to mate with the queen. So, but Justin's character is a little different. So he came from a different hive where all of most of his bees in his hive started losing their memories, and so the hive kind of collapsed. So he and a few of his surviving siblings have gone off into the world to try to spread the word and try to figure out what's making the colony collapse happen. And along the way, he's kind of shifted his identity from drone to messenger. So he's not interested in mating with the queen. He is a messenger now. Oli's character originally came to the hive to mate with the queen, but then he met Justin's character and they really hit it off, and they both found out both of their names are actually Drone 106. So that was like another confusing thing with my character names. And anyway, so where we just left off is Worker and Messenger are organizing like a kind of a search team, like investigation team, to try to figure out what's causing the colony collapses in nearby hives. And then they're interrupted by the queen coming in with the dead body of half of a bee still inside of her from sex, because in this really happens in bee mating, where like a male bee won't be able to like get out of the female bee after sex, and then it pulls itself in half and kills itself. So that happened. That's where we start this scene, I think. And I think that's all I need to say right now.
So we can describe it as Wild Kingdom Masterpiece Theater.
Sure. I think that's it. So actors, if you want to take your places, I think everybody except for Melissa's on stage right now, and I'll get off stage, and yeah, thank you.
Worker begins the familiar and disgusting work of removing the dead body from in between the queen's legs. The others stand watching, aghast.
All right, I need you to push. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Push! Good work, Your Majesty. I can see the head. The pain. Keep going. One more push to do it. Congratulations, Your Majesty. You have successfully expelled the corpse.
Let me hold it. Worker places the severed body in between the queen's arms like a newborn.
You sweet, pathetic drone, or a mediocre lover at best. 1 second of airborne coitus and you were done. But I'm glad you died doing the thing you were born to do. Well, technically you died afterwards in that horrific ripping of yourself in two with your temporary super beast strength that could only be matched by the vagina around your lower half. But the sentiment remains the same. You will be the father of many bees. Sleep now forever. Worker,
Yes, Your Majesty.
take this disgusting thing away.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Worker takes the corpse away while the queen tidies herself. The others stare at the queen.
What are you staring at?
Everyone looks away. Worker returns. Moment of silent awkwardness.
Well, I'm off to lay some eggs.
Very good, Your Majesty.
Queen starts to leave, but notices the bees aren't looking at her.
I'm leaving now.
Everyone continues to look away.
Hello? Oh, very well. Pheromone formation.
Everyone begins waltzing into a farewell line to watch the queen leave.
That's better. The royal work is never done. Sex and eggs, all day, every day. The least my hive can do for me is to show me a little respect. All right, I'm off. Unless you haven't changed your mind, have you? About... Still think you're not a drone anymore? Drone?
Still not a drone anymore, Your Majesty. I actually think I prefer to only be called messenger now.
Oh, fine. You, whatever your name was, drone who is still a drone. You were in the queue to have sex with me after your brother.
Your Majesty, no, don't touch him.
What did you say?
What messenger means to say is that drone came from an infected hive. If you mate with him, you may become infected as well.
Oh, is that true, drone?
Yes.
Yes, Your Majesty, it's true. But he was just telling me how much he wished he could have sex with you.
Yes, he has not stopped telling everyone how much he desires you, but when I found out what had happened to his hive, I immediately sent my sisters to investigate and we found out. Though he poses no threat to our hive by his presence, having sex with him would mean certain death for you.
Well, I knew it had to be something like that. I knew there couldn't be more than one male bee who didn't want to have sex with me. Ha! I rhymed. Very well, drone. You may stay in our hive if you wish. But no, dear, you can't have this dish. Toodaloo.
She exits. A moment of silence.
You lied.
So did you.
But you lied to your queen.
I know.
Are you all right?
I don't know.
You did what you had to do.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
You may have just saved my life. And I'm positive you just saved his. I'm sure Drone 106 is grateful. I know I am.
Yes, I'm.
He faints. Transition. Messenger revives drone 106 as all the bees fall back into their investigating dance. Worker bees coming and going and reporting to worker. Worker conferring with messenger, and drone 106 coming and going, bringing everyone food. We see moments between messenger and drone 106, one of them looking at the other while the other isn't watching, and looking away when the other catches their eyes. A glance here, hands brushing together there. We see moments when the queen flies through and all stop their work to bow as she does, and immediately resume. We see the queen coming back again, dropping more dead male bee bodies, and we see worker cleaning them up. Time passes.
Messenger, I have received intelligence from my sisters. We believe some of your siblings have taken up residence in a cottonwood tree 3 lakes west.
Then I must go to them.
My sisters will escort you. This is worker 46 and worker 47.
I'm going too. I mean, no offense, Your Madge. I mean, worker 40, Miss Worker 42. But wouldn't it be smart to have someone like me in the group?
But you are a drone, a male. What help would you be?
Look, I don't know if you've noticed, worker, but since your sisters have been gathering intelligence, Drone 106 has been the one to gather most of our food these last few days. It would be useful to have him along to feed us while your sisters are guiding us and protecting us.
I apologize for not recognizing your contribution to our hive, Drone 106. It will not go unnoticed again. Your help in our efforts is greatly appreciated.
You got it.
Travel safely. The hive thanks you for your service.
As the group of 4 bees leave, they each share a short version of their signature dance move with worker. Scene shifts. Workers 46 and 47 are respectively leading and bringing up the rear, while messenger and drone 106 fly side by side in between.
Hey, thanks for convincing worker 42 that I should come on this trip. And thanks for making up that thing to protect me from the queen.
It was the truth. I mean, what I said to worker was the truth. You've been really helpful to all of us.
Yeah. I just wish I could do something more. That's really why I wanted to come. I'm hoping that I can, I don't know, do something else.
Something else besides gathering our food?
That and something else besides doing the thing a drone is supposed to do.
Oh, that.
Yeah. I mean, you seem to have figured that out.
I suppose so. But I never really felt like a drone. And the circumstances, as horrible as they were, sort of worked in my favor in a strange way to help me become who I really am.
And now you're messenger.
And now I'm messenger.
They fly in silence a moment.
Hey, do you think, sorry, if we ever figure out what's at the bottom of this, if we ever figure out how to stop this, whatever this is, do you think you'd want to, like, start a new hive somewhere, like a colony with a new set of rules? Maybe where workers don't have to be workers and drones don't have to be drones.
Do you mean go start a hive with you?
Yeah, make a new hive somewhere with me.
I think I'd like that.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, awesome.
We have arrived. Scene shifts. Back at the hive, worker gathering intelligence from her sisters. Queen saunters through with another hunky random dude drooling after her.
Your Majesty, has that drone been approved for mating? I don't recognize him.
Oh, chill out, worker. He's a male. I'm queen. What more is there to know?
Hives are being destroyed everywhere, Your Majesty, and we haven't yet figured out what the source of the destruction is. Have we looked into this drone's background? Do we know if his hive has been affected?
There's something different about you, worker 42.
What do you mean, Your Majesty?
I can't put my finger on it, but there's something.
Please forgive me, Your Majesty.
I'm going to have sex now. Everybody bow.
The other worker bees that are all nearby all dance into formation under the queen's spell. Worker realizes the pheromones didn't do anything to her as she looks around at her sisters. She quickly gets into formation and bows a beat after the rest of the bees. The queen studies her for a moment. Shall we fly, your sexiness?
Oh, you wicked boy. Just can't wait to do me, can you? Very well. Duty calls. Let's fly.
They exit. Worker looks after them, concerned, and returns to work. One of her sisters brings her food, which she eats while discussing plans with another sister. But then...
Sister 94?
Yes, sister?
This isn't our usual nectar. What's in this?
Oh, royal jelly.
Royal jelly? That's only supposed to be fed to the queen.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sister. It was a mistake. You've been acting so much like the leader of our hive lately. I must have gotten my smells confused.
Have you fed this to me before?
I think I have. Yes, sister.
That must explain why the queen's pheromones aren't working on me.
Oh, it will not happen again, sister.
It's okay. I mean, it is okay, sister, if just a little royal jelly should make its way into my food. It has been helping me to stay alert. But if I've been getting royal jelly, what have you been feeding the queen?
Scene shifts. Messenger, Drone 106, Worker 46, and Worker 47 are all fleeing something that seems to be pursuing them. Go hide under that mushroom! Hide! We will defend you! Messenger and Drone 106 do as she says. We see the shadows of the two worker bees fighting something, but we can't see what.
What's happening? Can you see anything?
Not much. I wish I could do something to help. Maybe I can...
No, 6, drone. You don't have a stinger. You'd be killed. Let them do their job. They're strong. If you went out there, you'd just get in the way.
Did you just call me 6?
Oh, sorry. I've sort of been calling you that in my head. Guess it just slipped out.
No, I like it. I like it. 6. Hey, you just named me.
I guess I did.
They look at each other a moment. Then Worker 46, injured, falls from the sky, followed closely by Worker 47. You must return to the hive without us, but stay on the ground. Stay on the ground. Both workers die.
Come on.
Scene shifts to the hive, the queen's chambers. The queen is laying eggs.
Your Majesty, permission to enter.
Can't you see? I'm a little bit busy at the moment, worker.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty. This can't wait.
There it is again.
What?
There's something different about you.
Your Majesty, I must tell you something.
What?
As you know, I have been investigating the colony collapse phenomenon, and
I know nothing of the sort.
I'm sure I told you of it, Your Majesty.
There it is again.
Anyway, in order to do this investigating, I've shifted some of the workers' duties around, and some of the younger ones have taken over the feeding duties, and I take full responsibility for this, but the last few days, you haven't been getting the proper amount of royal jelly that you should.
Oh, go away.
Your Majesty.
Do you think I care about what I'm being fed, as long as I am being fed?
Well, you should, because...
Worker 42! Need I remind you that I am your queen, and I have the power to sting you over and over and over and over and over and over again without consequence to myself. Unlike you and your puny one sting I'm dead thing.
No, Your Majesty.
Good. This insolence must stop at once. I'm getting jolly sick of it.
End of excerpt.
Thank you, actors. You're all so freaking awesome. I was laughing so much at you all.
I was laughing so hard. Zoom kept reminding me, do you want to unmute yourself? And I'm like, no. Hilarious. Thank you so much, y'all. And you need to go back and read the comments because people were just having a jolly good time and totally shipping Messenger and Six.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, you won us all over. Congratulations, everyone. Thanks, Kirsten.
Thank you.
Coming up next, our penultimate offering of the evening is Black Healing by Kieran Anthony. Kieran, if you want to come on, hopefully you're in. Yes, there you are. Good. you were in transit when we began the evening, so just making sure. I'll let you tell us a little bit about this and introduce your cast.
Of course, of course. So this project I started in the peak of quarantine when I was going through, a lot as everyone else, and I just realized that mental health isn't really talked about within the Black community, and it also has its own stigma within the Black community. So this started off as just a couple of journal entries that turned into something that I can use to enlighten people of the spectrum of the Black community and mental health within the Black community, and also the dynamic of relationships in 2020 and how the dynamic between the two people in that relationship has shifted since, our grandparents' days, like way back when there was only one clear breadwinner and everyone had like gender roles, specific gender roles within that relationship. So it's a lot of work in progress right now. So, it's just trying to get to the meat of it all. So I'm just taking that stance of just write, and then after you can come back and decide what really works, what sticks, what helps to propel this story in the right light that you want it to be in. And thankfully I have an amazing cast, and I'm gonna let them go through the rounds of introducing themselves. They have been extremely helpful. It's been a hell of a day, so grateful to you guys.
Great. Oh, Jason's back.
My name is Brandon Weber. I'm playing Aid.
My name is Emma. I'm playing Carmen.
Hi, I'm Jason, and I'm playing Isaac.
Hey, I'm Hakeem. I'm playing Jerome.
And the amazing Tamara is doing stage directions and also helping out with attendant.
Brothers be going through it. Ain't allowed to be saying they're sad or nothing in this world. Like, it's that simple, nigga.
Facts, yo.
So, how things been, post everything?
Flashback, cut to interior hospital. Carmen and Isaac are sitting next to each other. Carmen is visibly upset.
I just don't understand why, like, my God.
Isaac holds her as tears stream down her face.
We're going to get through this. I got you forever.
Cut to exterior park near the piers, present day.
Good days and bad ones, man. Can't even front. Some a lot worse than others trying to get this monkey off my back.
Inhales a huge hit.
This grade helps a lot, though. It's been like glue for me. Feel me?
They sit there in silence for a beat longer than usual. The music plays as they take a couple more hits.
What about therapy?
Fuck about therapy.
I mean, going to it. Seeing someone to help.
Man, what I look like telling all my problems to some old white lady that could never even remotely relate to my life. And
It
my
ain't even
shit.
like that though. There are brothers and sisters who can talk to. Let those emotions flow.
Look, bro, you killing my high with this talk. Should be a damn sin.
They see flashing lights behind them. Isaac panics and immediately puts his joint out. Ade pulls off his hat from his head and tries not to look suspicious. They turn to see the police officer drive past them. They make eye contact with the officer as they pass, both unsure of if to run or not. SFX heartbeat pounding. Everything seems to slow down during this time. What could have been 1 minute in reality feels like an eternity of uncertainty to them. The cop finally continues on his way.
Some bullshit. See, now Margaret ain't gonna know what to tell me about dealing with this shit all the time. There's some things that just can't teach you in school.
But that's what I was trying to say, fool. You can talk to one of us. Feel me?
Damn, man, it's like you and Carmen in cahoots. Cahoots, nigga. You know who else is in cahoots? Donald and Epstein. So be careful the path you choose.
All right, yeah, nigga, you high. That's my cue. Let me get my ass back on the damn plantation real quick.
But yeah, man, yeah. I'll see about it. We'll see.
All right, bet. Be easy, bro.
Ade sprays some cologne on his wrists and shirt and then heads back into the restaurant. Isaac stays, enjoying the last of his joint and the last of his moment of peace before his trip back home. Exterior restaurant, back entrance, night. Ade is approaching the back entrance when he turns to see Ade's older brother, Jerome, 38, a bit disheveled. Ade looks around for a bit, sees him, and stands there. Awkward silence.
You don't have any more love for your big brother, man?
Shit, man, I didn't recognize you for a second. My bad.
Ade looks around to see if anyone else from the restaurant is nearby and then approaches Jerome cautiously.
What's good, man?
Ade gets a better look at Jerome. He seems okay, but is he really?
Been good, bro. You know, trying to make some cash before things get really wild out here. How are you?
You know me. I survived. Been a while, huh? You looking strong as shit.
Thanks, man. What you doing back by here anyway?
I was hoping to catch you on a break or something. And I know this is where you usually were during it. It's some time, but I still remember.
Oh, word, yeah. Man, look, I'm just about to head inside, and my manager ain't shit. So, hit me up tomorrow, okay?
Shit, Rick's still being an asshole, huh?
Nah, someone new. So tomorrow, okay?
Ade tries to walk away.
Damn, little brother, it's like that. You ashamed of me too, huh?
It ain't even like that, man. You're out here like Freddy Krueger in a dark alleyway, and I can't afford to lose my job right now.
I feel you. Yeah, let me hold $10. I'll give you back tomorrow.
Jay, you know I can't do that, man.
I can't get $10. $10 fucking dollars. Look, man, I'm a hungry man. I want to get some food.
Yo, man, lower your voice. Calm down. Look, I'll get you some food from inside for you real quick. Just give me a couple minutes.
Don't worry about it.
You just said you... See, this is the same shit you did the same thing with mama. See, I gotta get back to work.
He walks off to continue his shift inside.
Yo, why nobody invited me to mama's wedding? Why y'all ain't even checked for me? Nobody. Couldn't even let me know she was seeing a new man.
His eyes start to well up. Ade is caught off guard with this. What could he possibly say to this? Cut to interior deli. Isaac is searching for his favorite munchy snacks. He is canvassing the place. Still no luck.
Yo, my man, you have any double stuffed Oreos?
Nope. Sorry, my friend.
All right, all good. I'll take these.
He sets the regular Oreos down defeatedly on the counter. Then he darts back to the shelves, coming back with a honey bun.
This too, man. Thanks.
He waits and the attendant rings him up. Then Isaac darts back to the shelves again, this time with a giant bag of Cheetos. Anything else?
Yep, sure this time.
Okay, sir. The attendant continues to ring him up. Overhead on the counter as the items are being bagged. Slowly, we see a Kit Kat enter frame with $125 in cash on top. Pan 2, Isaac standing there with an embarrassed half smile on his face. The attendant is clearly over it. Isaac collects his bounty and begins to devour the snacks as he walks out. Mask on, please, sir. That snaps Isaac back into the reality of the world. He apologizes and continues on his way. Interior, Isaac's apartment. Isaac enters through the front door, trying to be as quiet as a mouse. It's not going according to plan. He somehow makes his way to the bathroom, showers, then readies himself for bed. He climbs into the bed next to Carmen, starts kissing her gently. She wakes up a bit.
Baby, you asleep?
She seems to be giving in to his advances, but then turns over, pulling his hand away.
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, sure. All good, baby.
She kisses him, then returns to her slumber. He lays next to her, understanding her position on this, but quite frustrated in the moment. He wanted some loving. A beat.
Can you hold me? Please?
He rolls over to spoon her.
Responsible for whatever pokes you after you throw all that back at me. You know that, right?
She giggles and they lay there together, at peace and in love. Fade to black. The next day. Interior, Isaac's apartment kitchen. Montages of Isaac fixing up a mean breakfast. Table is set for two and some gentle Bob Marley is playing. Carmen comes out, stretching and yawning the sleep out of her body.
Oh, baby, you didn't have to do this.
Except I did. I'm sorry for being a dick. I know you're only on my side. I love you.
I love you too.
Off the two of them sharing a tender moment, they sit and start enjoying the meal together. As they're eating, Carmen is checking her phone and sees something she clearly does not like.
See, this is the shit I've been telling you about. So many hate tweets.
She shows her phone to Isaac.
Baby, like I said, don't let them steal
Let
your...
them steal my joy. I know, but it's every single day. I'm doing my job. I'm sorry that you support a racist man-child wannabe tyrant.
What happened to the media is unbiased.
We are. Till you come for us, then we come for you.
Whoa, easy there before I call your PO. You gonna crip walk to work or Uber?
Shut up. I'm serious. It's so annoying reading these things over and over again. I mean, the attacks. I mean, how can you think this is all fake? Like, are you really that dumb? Like, do you really think everything is a conspiracy? Yeah, the entire world decided to conspire against you and your...
Her phone rings. It's her boss. She shushes Isaac, then answers.
Hey, Martin. Good morning. No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I got that info from the package last night. Yeah, the one they let off with.
Carmen gets up and continues the conversation as she gets ready. She put Martin on speaker to check her messages. It is a text from Isaac with a gif of Snoop Dogg dancing. She scowls at him.
Sure, I'm heading into the office pretty soon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know the information. It changes every minute. Yeah. Yep. Understood. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks, Martin.
She hangs up.
We have way more restrictions on the way. And I have 1 million live shots today. Whew, sometimes I wish I could just quit and run away. I mean, schools may be shut down.
Damn. For real?
It's not certain yet, but the way the cases are rising, it's coming. I gotta go. It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, I don't know why they aren't letting you work from home yet. Some bullshit.
It is, but on the other hand, you need to stay informed, and I am the news, so perks of the job, I guess.
Just be careful, please.
End of scene.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was wonderful. Really, really terrific stuff, Kieran. And
Thank you, man.
awesome cast.
Yeah, amazing cast. Amazing cast.
So good. And the tender moments between Isaac and Carmen were they were palpable through the Zoom and through the YouTube. And you touched people. The comments definitely reflect that. So
amazing.
I encourage you to check them out. Thanks so much.
Thank you, man.
All right, we're up to the ultimate scene of the evening. And this time it's Three Little Pigs by Denise Ivanov. So I can't wait to see what this is all about. Denise, what do you got to tell us?
All right, this is the second of a 3-part children's theater play. And in the first part, which we did last quarter, the Three Little Pigs, Grunter, Oinker, and Squealer, became very frustrated with all of the rules that their mom had, including limitations on screen time. And they decided to go get their own places and seek their fortunes. And when we left them, Grunter had finished purchasing a straw house from a wolf in sheep's clothing that he met on Craigslist. And that was the main event of the last section. And now we're into the second section. And I will let all of the actors introduce themselves.
I'm Wayne Miller. I play Grunter, the oldest of the 3 pigs.
I'm Jasmine. I play Mama Pig, Janitor, and Polly Pony.
Hi, I'm Mickey. I'm playing Squealer, Wolf 3, and Colin the Cow.
I'm Catherine, and I'm playing Penny Pony, Wolf 2, and Willie Weasel.
I'm Matthew Menendez, and I'm playing Ollie, Wolf 1, and Officer.
Taylor.
And hey, I'm Taylor Mitchell. I'm playing Oinker.
Great. Can't wait to
I'm
see it.
Martha, and I'm the narrator. Hello.
Take it away.
All right. The Three Little Pigs, Part 2. When we last saw our pigs, Grunter had just announced to his class that he had bought his own house. All of his classmates,
Excuse me.
most of his classmates were excited about helping him move and looking forward to constant partying at his new place. Later that evening at dinner,
Grunter, I got a call from Mrs. Crabapple, your teacher today.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah? What did she say?
Apparently, you bought a house and plan to move into it very soon, but you didn't tell me anything about this. How do you plan to pay the mortgage and earn a living?
The house only cost $5, so there's no mortgage. And I figure it was so easy for me to find a cheap place, and nobody can believe how cheap it is. What I can do for a living is just keep finding and buying more cheap places and then sell them for far more.
$5, you say it cost?
$5.
That sounds like an excellent bargain.
You aren't mad?
Of course. I wish you were happier here, but you're growing and you want your own space, and things like this are part of growing up.
Oh, I'm glad you aren't mad.
I think I should have my own place too. I'm almost as old as Grunter.
It's true.
But I didn't have $5. So I got some boxes and I taped them together.
Is that what the pile of cardboard is in the backyard?
Yes. I just need to find a place to put it. And then I'll be on my own too.
Well, good luck. And how about you, Squealer? Do you plan to leave me too?
Someday, but my plan is taking a little longer.
Sucker.
Boys!
Sorry.
So, tell me about your plan.
Well, I read about how to build a house out of bricks and how to put in electricity and plumbing and pour the foundation, but I can't seem to figure out how I'm going to get the equipment and materials without any money.
Oh, no hurry. You can stay here until you figure it out or earn the money.
Yeah, Squealer. Have fun staying at home and obeying the rules.
Think of us playing games and having fun whenever you're doing your chores and your homework.
Mama Pig began clearing the dinner dishes.
Yes, that's exactly what grown-up life is, isn't it? Playing games and having fun.
Grunter felt like the hours and minutes until moving day were going to drag on forever, or at least as long as it took number 45 to concede defeat. But finally, the big day arrived. All his friends helped him move.
I'm putting your clothes over here.
This looks like a good place for your bed.
Make sure your game's right next to it, woo-hoo.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'll even pay you as soon as I flip the first house.
You're the man.
Oh.
You're the bro. Woo-hoo.
Grunter's friends left to find new ways to avoid doing their homework.
Ah, this is great. Here I am, home alone in my very own house. I think I will lie on my bed with my shoes on and play a game.
Grunter gets so involved with his game that he does not realize that the three wolves are gathering around his home.
Should we wait until he's sleeping?
Yeah, he seems pretty strong.
It doesn't matter. He's just one pig, and there are 3 of us, and we'll have the element of surprise.
Okay, I'll start blowing.
And when the house falls, I'll run in and I'll steal his stuff.
I'll knock him out and carry him back to our den.
And we'll all have roast pig for dinner.
Wolf 2 starts blowing. Gunter looks around as pieces of straw start to hit him. He panics as he realizes that his house is getting blown away.
Hey, what's happening? My house. The walls are falling down and the roof's blown away. Oh no!
The wolves come rushing in. Wolf 3 starts grabbing all Grunter's stuff. Wolves 1 and 2 try to grab Grunter, but he runs away.
Oh, he was so greasy.
I couldn't get a grip. It's like he's never bathed.
But look at all these cool games we scored.
There are games now.
Can you believe he paid us $5 to rob him?
The wolves slap each other's backs, laughing as they exit. Grunter is too embarrassed to go home and tell his mother what happened, and facing Squealer would be even worse. So he went to find Oinker. After a little wandering around, he came upon a cardboard box and cautiously approached it.
Oinker, are you in there?
Oh, hey, Grunter. I'm just getting settled in. This is the life, isn't it?
I guess.
What's wrong?
I can't believe it. My first day. I got robbed.
What did they take?
Everything. All my games. Even my iPad.
Not your iPad. That was the whole point of moving out, to be able to have screen time all the time. But that's okay. You can just sell your house, buy a new iPad, and move in here. It's kind of lonely anyway.
Well, about my house. It's gone. You remember that cool straw covering?
Yeah, it looked like something from a tropical island resort.
It wasn't covering anything. It wasn't anything but straw. This huge wind came and knocked it down and blew all the straw away. That's why it was so easy to break in. There was nothing left to get past.
That's terrible. Well, at least you're safe here. Oh, that's my iPad. I better get this. Mom's been trying to FaceTime me all day.
Oh, don't tell her what happened. If she asks, I'm just visiting.
Okay.
Hello, Oinker. Is that Grunter in the background?
Hi.
Oh, how nice of you to visit your brother. Anyway, I'm glad you're both here because I wanted to let you both know that you need to get your jobs right away.
Why?
When you have screen time at home, you're using our Wi-Fi, which is unlimited. But when you use your devices someplace else, you're using data. And that's expensive. And you're using a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. How much can I use?
Well, as much as you can pay for. Since you don't have, since you don't live at home anymore, I'm going to disconnect your data now.
Mom? Mom, the screen went blank.
Oh, maybe she just signed off. See if you can sign on with my face.
Oh no, it says I don't have any connection anymore. She really did cut off my data.
Ah, we don't need our mom's data. It's cold here anyway. Let's go to that coffee shop over there. Looks warm inside. They always have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and I need to use their bathroom. I kind of miss indoor plumbing.
Grunter and Oinker go to the coffee shop looking for warmth, a clean restroom, and free Wi-Fi. They find a promising looking place and seat themselves at a free table.
Why don't you try logging on while I use the bathroom?
Oinker goes to the door and tries to open it, but it won't budge. He goes to talk to the janitor.
Hi, I need to use the bathroom. Can I borrow the key?
What did you order?
Nothing.
Sorry. Restroom is for customers only.
Well, I will order something.
And when you do, then you can have the key.
The janitor walks away and Oinker walks back to Grunter.
Do you have any money? You have to order something to go to the bathroom.
Sorry, they got all my money. Don't you have any?
I spent mine on the tape for my boxes.
The internet says I need to enter the code from my purchase receipt to continue.
This is a disaster.
One iPad for both of us, and it's not even connected.
What do you mean, for the both of us?
Mine got stolen. I thought you'd share.
Share?
Grunter grabs for the iPad and they each try to take possession of it.
Give me the iPad.
It falls to the floor, breaking.
You broke it!
It's your fault.
My fault, you grabbed it!
You should have let me have it.
Grunter and Oinker square up to have a fist fight right there in the coffee shop. A police officer at the next table comes over and stands between them.
Break it up, boys. You need to leave right now or I'm going to have to take you into the station and call your mom. Is that what you want?
Independent living was turning out to be a lot less fun than the boys had expected. In the meantime, back at the farmhouse, Squealer had made friends with Polly and Penny Pony. They were sitting around the table.
By my calculations, if we diminish the mass of each brick by 85%, we can reduce the foundation depth proportionally.
And by planning for LED lights and utilization of gray water, solar power, and circular heating, we may not even need to connect the home to a utility grid.
That's great. What about connecting to Wi-Fi?
That doesn't take a high-tech solution.
Just find an area that provides it as a municipal benefit and build from there.
Urban infill is the way of the future.
How'd you guys get so smart?
We're not unusually smart.
Lots of girls can research and plan things.
Yeah, but you're also like,
Cute.
Pretty.
Yeah.
There are all combinations of looks and intelligence.
Interests and talents.
And there are so many different combinations as there are girls.
Guys, too. You can be handsome and kind of dumb and mean like your brothers.
or handsome and smart and kind like you.
You think I'm handsome? Wow. I mean, yuck.
Well, that's not the point. The point is, the only thing you can learn about a girl by looking at her is how she looks.
So, how do I find out anything about girls?
How do you learn about your guy friends?
I spend time with them and I talk to them and I like do stuff with them. I get to know them.
It's the same with girls.
That does sound like a lot of work.
So is anything worthwhile, but I think you already know that.
Unlike your brothers.
Oh yeah, speaking of them, maybe I better go check on them. They aren't answering email or FaceTime. Y'all want to come?
Sure.
As unhappy as Oinker and Grunter are, they have no idea that things are about to get much worse. But you'll have to wait for next quarter to find out what happens next. To be continued.
Come back, Diane! Denise! Oh my God, everybody, that was hilarious. What a note to end on. And Jasmine killing it in the multiple roles, multiple costume changes.
It makes me laugh every time.
It's so funny. Congratulations.
Notice the high pony for the pony. Very nice. Nicely done. Give it up for all of our writers and actors tonight. Come on back, writers and actors. Let's show your beautiful faces to the wonderful YouTube world. Give it up. Give it up. Robin, how's everybody doing on YouTube? We lost Robin. Well, everyone's out there on YouTube, but Robin somewhere. Give it up a huge thank you to David Michael Kirby for being an awesome host tonight. As we always say at the end of every event, volume 130 is officially closed. Our next volume will be on we have 2 volumes left of the year. We did something extra this year. Normally we would have 1 in December. We're doing 2 this year because why not, right? So we're going to, volume 131 will be on December 14th. And we will have the following writers. Jai Mohan will be here. Robin L. Dimension, our YouTuber, will be here.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh, there you go. Matthew Raymond will be here. Perrin Pomato, Jeff Smith, and for the first time, Raven Petretti will be here. First time writer for us. They will be here. If you, as of tomorrow, if you want to sign up to participate as an actor, sign up on the YouTube, not on the YouTube, at theplaygroundexperiment.com. Wow, things are good. Or the PGE.com. As we always say, we hope you guys are all safe and happy out there, but you know you always have a home with us at the Playground Experiment. So come back soon. We have tons of, not tons, a few events left in the it's so weird. It's like, so we're almost there. And look forward to seeing your all beautiful faces. Again, actors and writers, give a huge thank you to all of Give it up for our YouTube.
Bravo.
Love you, YouTube. Give it up. We're gonna leave you, but give it up. We love you, YouTube. We don't have to say vote anymore because it works.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy